before, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, also known as CMS, has given the state the green light to expand Medicaid to about 70 to 90,000 Utah adults. Now, that's all part of the Prop 3 modification plan that the state legislature passed this year. The newly eligible individuals can begin applying for coverage on Monday. Utah residents who earn up to 100% of the federal poverty level, that would be about $12,400 for an individual or $25,700 for a family of four, will be eligible to receive full Medicaid benefits. Representative Jim Dunnigan was the House sponsor of that bill. He joins us now with some more insight into what this means. Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate having you here. Pretty big day. Because this has been a long time coming. We've been talking about Medicaid expansion for years in the state of Utah, and these are people who fell into that coverage gap. So kind of go back and give us an idea of who they are and what they've been dealing with over the years.
Well, the folks in the coverage gap are adults, not children. Children are already eligible that make between 0 and 100% of poverty, which is, you say, is about $12,500 for an individual. That's too little to earn a subsidy on the federal marketplace and to get subsidized coverage, and they have not been eligible for Medicaid. So I'm excited. This is an exciting time. I'm very pumped about it.
You and others were very confident from what you had heard from CMS that you would get this waiver, but a lot of advocates thought it would never come. It is here today, so let's break down exactly what this is for, because this would be for the 70-30 portion of the plan, and there's still another waiver to come. So talk about what's first, this first round.
So April 1, which is next Monday, April Fool's Day, it's no April Fools, we will open the doors to enroll people in this population, and the state will pay 30%. And we have funded that, so we intend to do that for up to a year. This spring, probably in May, we'll submit another waiver to the federal government and ask them to pay 90% of that. But to start with, Monday they'll be paying 70%, which is more than most other states get.
So being that they granted the 70%, what does that lead you to believe about the 90% waiver down the road?
We're still hopeful. All the signs are positive. There's been no no's and no, we can't do this, but until you get it from the federal government, you don't have it, and we're very well aware of that.
So talk about, when we're talking about 70-30, that means the state and the federal government's portions of that.
We split it. The federal government pays 70 and we pay 30%.
Okay, so you're looking for 10 down the road.
Yes.
So talk about the cost. Why start off with the lower cost, or the higher cost, I mean, and then try to work your way up from there?
The CMS told us that if we expanded to 138 at the 90-10, which we could do under Obamacare, and then try to bring it back down to 100, we may be in legal jeopardy that we're effectively taking coverage away from the people between 100 and 138. And there's some legal jeopardy to do that. So we're going the other path. We're starting out, which we got approved just today. The federal government will pay 70%, and then in a couple of months, we will apply and ask them to pay 90%.
A big part of this is a work effort, meaning that if you're able to, you need to be actively engaged in seeking a job. That would be for both this waiver and the 90-10, correct?
That's correct. On this one that starts April, though, we're not going to implement that requirement until January of 2020.
Okay.
So we have plenty to implement without that piece. We're just not doing that piece until the first of the year.
Okay. One last question for you. We just saw a court ruling come down during the week on a similar plan in Arkansas and Kentucky, where the court overruled it, said you can't be putting in this work effort or work requirement. So your thoughts as Utah implements this, and it potentially could end up in the court?
It could. The work effort, so ours is different than Arizona and Kentucky. Ours is a work effort. Theirs was a work requirement. Arkansas requires their people to work 80 hours a month. We don't. We just want them to do the same thing they're doing now to get food stamps, which is a couple times a year, apply for a job, try to get job training, try to go to schooling. It's severable from ours, so if they don't approve it, that doesn't impact us. We are not tight. We're not married to that. We want it because we don't want people to be multi-generational on Medicaid. We want to help them to give them a hand up.
Okay, actually, we should mention one other thing before we wrap up with you. If the 90-10 waiver doesn't come through, this reverts back to potentially Prop 3 down the road. Talk about that.
It's a new improved version of Prop 3. I agree with that. So July 1 of 2020, if we don't have our second requested waiver where the federal government is paying 90%, we will expand all the way up to 138% of poverty, which is then guaranteed to draw down the 90%. That's our fail-safe. That's our backup plan.
All right, Representative Dunnigan, appreciate your time. Thanks so much
you
for being here. And for all of you at home, if you may qualify for this new program, you can find more information on the expansion. You can visit medicaid.utah.gov. Sorry?